Whitney Young Dolphins JV football is on the air. We're joining you here today at Lincoln Park High School field, just off of Lakeshore Drive in beautiful Chicago, Illinois, for this afternoon's matchup between the 1-1 Whitney Young Dolphins and the 1-0 Lincoln Park Lions. I'm here with voice of the Dolphins, Tony McHale. We are high atop the fourth row of the bleachers here at the Lincoln Park field, ready to watch what will be a interesting game, playing in the wind in weather that feels a lot more like fall football weather than anything we've felt earlier this year. Last week, if you joined us, Dolphins got a 6-0 win against the team from Clark. Tony, any thoughts looking back on that game? Some things that may have surprised you or came to the forefront of it?
Well, I think the biggest thing that we saw, Barry, was the boys after that first game against Hope, where a lot of them were getting used to their first ever high school action and the speed of that. Several of them had never played. Some of them only played flag football. And I think they made a huge adjustment from week 1 to week 2 because that was a big, fast Clark team, and they responded really, really well.
Yeah, agreed. I had a chance to catch up with Coach Eddie Boucher a little bit this week, and he had a few comments. One, on the defensive side of the ball, and defense, again, pitched a shutout in that game, and he was really happy with the way his guys, played discipline. He talked about gap discipline, gap control, meaning, the defensive line was doing their job, getting upfield, but not taking risks, staying where they needed to be, and then allowing those guys on the backside, the linebackers led by Duenas and Mendez, as well as the guys from the edges, Will DeMille, Ari Rohde, coming up and making a lot of those stops. So we saw some big physical running backs from Clark, but we had defensive linemen kind of pushing those guys back, either in the backfield or getting them to go outside, and then guys swarming to the ball. And that's one of the things that Coach Eddie emphasized that he thinks can happen again. Be something that'll be really interesting to see today if they're able to do the same. We're expecting Lincoln Park to come out and run the ball a fair amount.
I think everybody's running the ball today a fair amount.
Yeah, I think if you're heading north into this 24-mile-an-hour wind, which may be a little bit on the low side, but you're going to be running the ball going north. When you're headed south, it's still not easy to throw a ball in this wind as we lose the camera for a second here. Because, man, it is windy. On the offensive side of the ball, I mentioned Duenas before. I mean, he gave that team an element that wasn't around during that Hope game, and that was a running back. I was looking back at my notes before the game, and Coach Eddie said, I really like Dominic. He brings some vision to that position. And you could see it last week. He really did a nice job of picking holes, and then putting a foot down and turning upfield. So he gave that element there. And then I think, the rest of the offense, there's a lot of diversity to it.
Yeah. And the challenge that both of these teams face today, Barry, is that at this level of high school football, with only, with the freshmen only having 4, maybe 5 weeks of practice, they're not getting a lot of reps, is running inside is really difficult because the defensive linemen have an advantage. So where you see the offense have an advantage is the athletes that can get to the outside. And that's what Whitney Young prevented last week because there, as you said, there was 3 or 4 running backs, but none of them got to the outside and made big plays. And you can see some athletes out here today for Lincoln Park, and the challenges are going to be, can you keep them contained, can you set that edge, and then you're going to win the football game.
Yeah, I agree. So what we know about Lincoln Park is that they won 6-0 last week against Westinghouse. That game lasted a half. They had some of the same issues that we did. A bus driver shortage here in the city had Westinghouse getting to the game about an hour and a half late. They got started on the field here, and then the lights were turned out at 7:20. So it was a 6-0 halftime win. Again, don't know much about it other than some of the intel I got. I think some of the Lincoln Park parents maybe caught a little bit of our live stream.
Oh, there you go. They were scouting a little bit.
Yeah, and mentioned that that we were passing the ball, that Whitney Young was passing the ball, and not something that they had seen of the things that they were doing earlier. Looking back at that passing game and thinking about Bennett Newman getting the ball out to a number of different receivers. Will DeMille having a big game, number of catches, but really across the board. I mean, the touchdown catch went to Tristan Merrill. He had a couple other nice catches during the day out of that tight end slot. And then also Brandon Dockett. Coach Eddie brought him up as well when we were talking this week. Is that Dockett took a kickoff return back for a touchdown against Hope, but really was an unknown at a receiver position. Got the start last week and then made a couple really nice catches from the slot. So expect to see more of that today, as well as Ari Rohde was a guy in that first game against Hope, had a really nice catch out of that Z position. We've mentioned that before. That's not necessarily a focus in the Whitney Young offense. It's the wide side receiver, oftentimes running long deep routes. Ari Rohde is a fast guy, a accomplished swimmer, great body type for the position. So Coach Eddie also mentioned that he wanted to see if they can get Rohde involved. But as you mentioned again, Tony, I mean, we'll have to see what's possible with these wind conditions.
I think the wind conditions could affect handoffs today. I mean, it's just. But yeah, any passing of a day is going to have to be short, quick, and crisp. Any ball that's lobbed up in the air is going to get affected by the wind. Anything that gets too high is going to be affected by the wind. So I think we'll get a steady dose of running and very little passing. Even so you want to stay ahead of the sticks. You don't want to get into third and long, because that will that'll put you in a bad position. And especially, as you said, if you're going from the south to the north, you don't want to punt the ball because it'll go backward.
Yeah, I think this is one of those things where, again, we reference math a fair amount here because Tony actually can do math and I can't. But if we did some probabilities, if you were going south to north, what is your probability if you're punting that, A, you're able to get a snap that arrives somewhere in the vicinity of the punter, and 2, that punter is going to be able to get something off that's going to travel more than
he won't get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is a 4 down. Like when you're heading north, I think this is 4 down territory. I think guys like Bill Belichick would probably enjoy that.
So what do you do if you win the toss here? What do you do?
That's sort of a
questions.
Well, I think I defer. I take the ball in the second half.
I don't know. You might want to put your opponent at their face into the wind and see what happens.
Fair enough. All right, we got the captains coming out on the field for Whitney Young. We've got number 12, Bennett Newman, number 10, Will DeMille, and number 49, Damian Mendez. So, again, all 3 of those guys, big contributors from last week. We're going to do our best on Lincoln Park. I'm looking at a roster. I don't have a number 2. I've got a number 12, Nathan Nungare.
And no 14 either.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll just we're going to do our best.
We'll make it up.
Actually, I think that's not number 2. That's 2, and he's missing something.
Oh, is he missing a number?
I guess so. But I think
freshman JV uniforms are just
whatever works. Works.
Even I got to tell you, so even the coin toss I think just got affected by the wind. It went from the 47 to the 50.
Yeah, it blew halfway to Diversity Avenue. So this is a great location for a field. As far as just we've got the Diversity driving range behind us. We've got Lakeshore Drive in front of us, sort of wedged in here. So if you happen to be driving down Lakeshore Drive, just give us a honk and a wave as you're coming by.
So Whitney Young deferred. Lincoln Park is going to kick. Interesting.
Yeah, they're
interesting.
They're maybe a little bit of that thinking.
Jeez,
exactly what you're thinking. I mean, they're going to kick and give Whitney Young the ball. They're hoping this kick sails down about the 10-yard line, and they get some good pressure there, and put the ball in Whitney Young's hands and see if they can get a 3-and-out and that punt situation we talked about.
Yeah, real quick. So you might have a JV kicker get a touchback here too. So
yeah, that would be notable. I mean, last week we had some bets on number of flags, number of punts. we'll have to figure out if we've got something we want to cook up for this week.
I'm worried we're going to get blown away.
Yeah, we definitely need to be tethered to something.
I mean,
here.
Thank goodness we're not atop of the bleachers somewhere.
Well, it'll be fun today. And again, yeah, we're wedged in here. We're driving in here, and there were some signs around here. It's right next to the Diversity driving range, and they said all these warning signs said improvements underway. And I got to tell you, Tony, I've been over at this driving range about 10 times this summer, and I've seen no improvements in my game. So I'm not sure what those signs
That's because they're too busy.
to.
They're too busy tearing up Michigan Avenue, I think. But yeah, brand new turf here, probably less than a year old, set up for soccer and for football. So a nice new field for Lincoln Park to practice on, and for their JV to play on. I think they play all their home games over at Lane Tech on the varsity side. So
what we're expecting today out of the Dolphins offense as we continue to wait for a start here.
Somebody kick off already. Let's go.
Yeah, we did the coin toss. You know what? I wonder if do we have a chain gang?
I will tell you, the chains look like black cones.
Oh, okay.
I think that's how we're going to do it.
Tony, you have more experience than me.
While you were talking, I was looking at the referees, talking to whatever young manager that Lincoln Park has about how they're going to use a red cone and couple black cones.
Okay. Well, we'll just when we see things, we'll report them as facts, and things that we don't see, we'll just sort of
make up as we go along.
But yeah, I was going to give a rundown. So think about looking at the Dolphins offensive line. You got Ben Barrett starting in the middle, number 55, 5'8", 179. To his right, Jason Perez, number 69. Jason corrected me yesterday. We have him in the program at 5'10", 183. Jason claims that he has grown, and now he is 5'11". So, Jason, you are 5'11", 183 sophomore.
Do we pass that through the administration? I mean, my son thinks he's 6'3", but I mean, there's real height and then there's program height. So,
I'll have to check with the athletic director, Coach Cassidy, about that. At right tackle, number 58, Quinn Beck. Again, we mentioned last week, Quinn Beck is a converted wide receiver to right tackle. So Quinn's 5'11", 161. Again, a lot of respect for him to raise his hand and say, hey, I'll hold down that right side of the line. On the left side, Pat Billings in the lineup again. Pat switches number to 77 this week, so we're looking forward to seeing him out there. Pat had a great game on both sides of the ball last week. We'll see if that carries over. And then Chaz Green at left tackle, 6', 197.
Are you allowed to play football and be named Chaz? Is that
is
that tough enough?
It's a Coach Eddie nickname.
There you go.
So
right.
It's and then you just roll with it. You know, when Coach Eddie calls him Chaz,
then you're good. I got it.
Chaz.
All right.
Tight end, Tristan Merrill, number 84, caught the touchdown last week, 5'11", 174. Probably expecting Barry Gordon to get some time there as well, number 34. He's 6', 169. Out of the slot, Brandon Dockett at 5'7", 116. The Z receiver, Ari Rohde, 5'11", 160. And then Will the Thrill DeMille, 5'8", 138. Will, if you tuned in last week, which nearly 500 of you did, you'll know that Will had a huge game last week.
So it looks – I'm a bit confused.
Yeah, they said they were kicking, but Whitney is out. Whitney Young is out with the ball to kick.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. So Solomon Bradley going to line up, kick.
So, guys, and I apologize, everybody at home. We are zoomed all the way out on this camera, but we are basically standing on the sideline. So it's going to be some tight shots today.
All right, we've got our first Dalton Ferguson sighting of the day. Dalton, number 80, is lined up in that second position on Solomon Bradley's right-hand side. We'll be watching him run down the field. Looks like we are ready to get underway. Officials making a count of everybody on the field.
So who do we think we got deep? Number 7 is Cameron Toussaint.
Yep, Cameron Toussaint.
22 is number 22.
Is number 22.
Sometimes Max Preps has some good information. Sometimes Max Preps.
It's a moving target, although I have to
Not
say
so much.
I recognized a couple names on the list, and I did see a couple of those guys here, so there's some
That's
accuracy.
good.
Here's the kick from Bradley away, fielded by number 22 on the left-hand side. And he gets back to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, so that ball went not too bad. It went down to about the 20-yard line, so a 25, 26-yard return from number 22.
I'm going to say Fran Lope on the tackle. Fran Lope is an exchange student from Spain. Got his first American football action last week. So Coach Eddie said he was grinning ear to ear coming off the field. So Fran in on that tackle as well.
So unfortunately, number 9 looks like the quarterback for Lincoln Park. We do not have a name for number 9.
All right, I did see him throwing the ball around in pregame and looked pretty good. So we'll see if with the wind at their back.
So we're going to put the ball on the big line on the 45.
All right, 1st and 10 at the 45. Looks like we've got a receiver left, receiver right, single back set. Handoff to number 22. Bouncing it to the outside. DeMille pushes him out just short of the first down marker.
So a good start by Lincoln Park. Now, okay, so they do have, you can see they have the sticks on the cones on the other side that we're going to use for markers.
All right, so it looks like we've got 2nd and 3 from the 48, from the Dolphin 48. So again, we've got number 9 in the shotgun, number 22 to his left. Another pitch to handoff to him. To the outside, he's going to pick up a first down.
So what the Dolphins are not doing early in this game that they did last week is not setting that edge, and they're letting 22 get to the outside. And that's where the yardage is going to be picked up. So we'll watch. I'm not sure who the defensive end is on this side. If it's Big Patch number 34.
That's Barry Gordon.
Barry Gordon. So Barry's got to keep that left shoulder free and not crash. His job isn't to go in towards the ball. His job is to stay outside. So he's got to make sure his left side stays outside of number 74.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 43. Number 7 in motion. He gets the jet sweep pitch on that side. He's got a bunch of room to run over there. Evades a couple tackles, still on his feet. Finally pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, so same thing on that play on the other side is Jason Perez, number 69 for Whitney Young, is the defensive end on the right side. He just got turned to the inside, let that jet sweep get outside. No linebacker came up to make the tackle, so Coach A is going to have to make some adjustments there.
Yeah, eventually Damian Mendez tracked him down, but after a big gain, looks like they've got about 1st and 10 at the 20, I think about the 20-yard line. So number 9 back. Handoff again to 22. He's still on his feet. Looks like he's going to make it to the end zone for a touchdown.
So yeah, four plays, a 55-yard touchdown drive for Lincoln Park. No kicking today for Lincoln Park. They're going to go for 2. But the big plays that we didn't see last week, we saw 3 of them right there, or probably all 4 of them. 3 to 22, and then the jet sweep to number 7, Cameron Toussaint.
So Lincoln Park up 6-0. Back for the 2-point conversion. Inside handoff. Waiting for a signal.
No.
Looks like stopped him short. All right.
So 6-0 as the Dolphins get the ball.
All right, so.
All right, now the Dolphins are going into the wind.
All right, back deep to receive. Brandon Dockett and Will DeMille. 6-0 here early in the first quarter.
And we have no clock either, Barry, so we're just kind of guessing at what the time will be. So 22 kind of looks like he does everything for this team.
Yeah, he's going to kick as well.
I think
I
Lincoln
think
Park looking for a tee.
Yeah, exactly. They need their Dalton Ferguson there on top of things.
Looking for the kicking ball. Unless he drop kicks it.
Yeah, exactly. No, I guess there's not a game clock on this one here.
Everybody's looking for the tee. Here comes the Dolphin tee.
Whatever it takes, we'll work with you. So we got the, again, DeMille and Dockett with their heels on the 15-yard line.
I would back up. This is a live ball, so somebody's got to recognize that and jump on it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm surprised the ball's staying on the tee.
Yeah, we saw Westinghouse kick 3 onside kicks on that Friday night game. Yeah, and that's going to go well over the top of Dockett's head. That's on its way to the tennis courts. Still rolling. Yeah, this will be interesting. I mean, definitely interesting. I mean, the Dolphins, as a very balanced attack, heading this way, you got to think that we're going to need to have a heavy dose of Dominic Duenas.
So the ball will start on the 25.
We got Newman coming up to the line. Looks like he's going under center. We got Duenas as a tail of the tandem. Mendez in at fullback. Newman takes the snap. There's Duenas. Nothing going on the middle of that line.
So exactly what you talked about last week, though. His tendency to stop in the hole. There was probably 3 or 4 yards for him to pick up, but he came to a dead stop that allowed the Lincoln Park defense to come back and throw him for a 2-yard loss.
Yep, that looks about right. So we'll see if that was our one snap under center. Now Newman in the gun. Duenas behind him. Dockett and DeMille. Handoff to Duenas. Looks like not a whole lot going on that side. So we're going to have 3rd down and long. Again, if you're just joining us, Lincoln Park drove down the field, 4-play drive, all runs. They're up 6-0.
So now here you go. If you don't pick this up, what do you do?
All right, so we'll see. We've got trips to Newman's left. We got Rhodey.
Somebody's uncovered on the right or on the left. There you go.
There's a pass to Merrill. Oh, intercepted.
So you saw the ball just sail.
Yep.
Absolutely the right read, and the receiver was open, but that ball just got its nose up into the wind and took off.
Yeah, that's something we're gonna say. You know, everybody gets sick of us talking about the wind. You know, but without a doubt, that had some level of impact.
Oh, it had a huge impact because receiver was open.
Yeah, it was Tristan Merrill.
Merrill was open. He was uncovered. There was 3 receivers to the left, only 2 defensive backs on that side, and a good read. The ball just took off. So they're going to put the ball down on the 18-yard line.
So up front on that D line, we got Jason Perez, Chase Green, Pat Billings, Barry Gordon. We'll see if those guys can get a little bit of a push. Not quite sure what we're waiting for here.
The right ball. I'm not,
They're sending somebody over. At first, I thought they were headed over to varsity practice there.
No, there's balls down here. There's nobody in charge of the footballs, though. All right, we're going to put the ball on the 12-yard line, it looks like.
All right, first and 10 from the 12.
So 22, getting our tee back.
Thanks, Dalton.
Yep.
Dalton Ferguson, number 80, track that down for us. Getting the cones all set where they need to be. There's a possibility of a first down at about the 2-yard line. Snap to number 9, inside handoff again to 22. Play. He's going to get pushed out of bounds. Looked like a nice hit over there by number 29. That's what I had.
But that's the 4th time, 4 out of 5 times they've run that play.
Yep.
So
yeah, that was Will Schetz on the tackle. So Will in the lineup today had a big interception last week. And for Braden Samko's out with the shoulder injury. We'll hope to see Braden back in the next couple weeks. But Will Schetz playing an important position back there. You know, again, sort of in that deep safety, reading where things are. So hopefully that was a tip from the last set of downs here. We got a receiver in motion.
Whitney Young's offsides, number 69. Jason Perez jumped. So they flipped the form. Lincoln Park flipped the formation that time. They were going to run 22 to the left, to the wide side of the field. So we'll see if they keep it that way. That looks like it might be, well, half the distance. So 7 and 2 more. So 2nd and 1 maybe.
So Lincoln Park back in the huddle.
So
as you said, we've seen that same type of run to the right-hand side with number 22. And Tony's prediction is we're heading to the left-hand side on this.
So Perez has got to figure out how to get that shoulder, how to get outside that defensive tackle.
Receiver in motion.
Oh, the jet
He's
sweep.
Going to get that. And Barry Gordon bringing him down in the backfield. I think a loss of a couple on that one. So that was good pursuit. Barry Gordon from his end position on that side was able to fight off the block and get upfield.
So where are they going to put the ball? So now it looks like 3rd and 5-ish.
All right. And Lincoln Park, you know, again, they're not running to the sideline for plays. I think they've got some basic run actions.
Hand off to 22.
Yeah. High snap, brings it down. Gordon spreads it out.
Stepped out of bounds. The side judge has him stepping out of bounds. So it's going to be 4th down. And you absolutely go for it here.
Yeah, 4th, and they can still pick up a first down. So they've got, looks like 3 to the end zone, 1 for the first down.
So who are our linebackers on this side? Is
it Damian Mendez is number 49.
So Mendez has to start recognizing this, and until they run the ball up the middle, he's got to cheat a little bit to his left. And if Gordon's taking on that first blocker,
let's see.
Then Mendez has to come up. So big number 8.
Yeah, 8 is
Denzel Ibrahim up the middle in the backfield. He's going to be short. So they brought in the fullback.
I think he's short of
all of it? Whitney Young ball. Well,
I was wondering if he got the first down down there. He maybe picked up 1. I think they're.
So they had to get to about the 2. And the ball.
It's not like we have chains to even measure.
All right, so
here.
I think
they're going
to say first down. Yeah.
Yeah, so a nice stop, but they picked up 1.
The head linesman didn't realize that they could still get a first down. So now this is kind of the heavy formation again.
Yep, Pat Billings and Chaz Green in the middle of that line.
And
Denzel, see if they can anchor it.
Denzel Ibrahim probably is 50 pounds heavier than number 22, but 22's at quarterback, and that's a touchdown.
Yeah, he's walking in for the score. So we got 12-0, Lincoln Park.
So
scoring on their first 2 drives. First drive, 55-yard, 4-play, all runs for the score. Second drive, shorter after the Newman interception, where they took it from about the 15, 16, something like that, in for the score. you know, if I take a positive out of this, looks like the Dolphin defense started to figure some things out there.
So 9 back in as quarterback, and now he's got 11 in the backfield. We don't have an 11 either, sorry.
All right, so they're going to go for 2 here. Again, up 12-0. Inside handoff, bounces it to the outside, in for the score.
Yeah, all the contain that Whitney Young had last week is gone right now. So Coach Eddie's going to have to make some changes. This offensive line just a little bit better than what we faced last week.
Yeah, definitely getting some yardage. So this gets us, Tony, to the thinking about the game plan that Coach Eddie had. It gets to the great 20th century American philosopher Mike Tyson, who said everybody has a plan until you get punched in the face.
Yep, and they have gotten punched in the face figuratively. So I'm going to anticipate that this ball is going out of the back of the end zone again.
Yeah, I think, well, I guess in some ways, yeah, plant your feet at the 10, and if it's going over your head, it's going way over your head, so nothing to worry about there. What, yeah, if you pooched it here, that would be more interesting in that, like you're saying, you could probably get some height under it, and Lincoln Park would have a chance to make a recovery on it. 14-0 here in the first quarter. Lions with the lead over the Dolphins. Kick is away again.
Shorter.
That is
nope.
Headed over Dockett's head and into the end zone.
I think there was an attempt to make that a little bit shorter, but all right, so they lost 3 yards last time on their first drive, three and out. Well, 2 and out, 2 and an interception.
Yep.
So what's the solution here?
Well, it would be nice to get Duenas going north and south. So again, you got Newman under center. Actually, Newman in the gun. Duenas behind him.
So I mean, there was some passing opportunity in the last drive.
Yeah, receiver open.
Let's see if Coach Eddie goes back to it.
Yep, and Lincoln Park definitely creeping up to the line with exactly the idea that they don't think the Dolphins are going to be able to pass, at least not deep here. So there's the inside handoff.
Yeah.
And not going anywhere.
So 58 is Elijah Ramos for Lincoln Park. He was in there. He beat his block. And Duenas didn't really have a chance. There was nowhere for him to run. So, you know, it's just this is a little better offense or a little better defensive line than Whitney Young saw last week against Clark. So they kind of have to forget about last week and the success they had and figure out how to – oh, there's a penalty. So they're going to mark off –
penalty against Lincoln Park.
They're going to mark off 2 yards from the original line of scrimmage.
And they signaled first down. So I actually didn't catch the –
So I'm gonna guess that was a face mask, a 5-yard face mask.
Okay. Yep, 5-yard face mask, so from the spot of the foul.
Right, yeah.
So you got first and
8.
10 from the – or first and 8 from just outside the 25. Newman in the gun. Snap to him.
So somebody turned the wrong way.
Yeah. That happened last week as well.
Duenas was going right. Bennett was looking left.
Yeah. Duenas with his head down. That would give me an indication that it might have been him, but we're not gonna pin the blame on anybody.
No. So you got second and 8 from your. I'm confused. Why is the ball at the 19?
Yeah, that seems strange. In that,
I'm
where
confused.
did we? And I thought that penalty was against Lincoln Park, unless that was a penalty against Whitney Young. We'll just call the action on the field. High snap to Newman. He corrals it. He's chased down. I think they were trying to set up an inside screen pass there.
So 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, the snap was high. Newman was rolling to his right under pressure. Looked like maybe there was a screen to Tristan Merrill, which, you know, in this weather, again, not a bad call to try to dial something like that up.
I mean, I'd go to the play, the third down play from the last drive, where you forced Lincoln Park to bring three DBs over, and they did. And the slot guy's open right now. There he goes. 18 comes out.
Yep. Looks like man-to-man coverage. Turn it around.
There is a whistle, illegal motion on the Dolphins, or illegal procedure on the Dolphins.
So the incomplete pass gets wiped out as that whistle was before the play. So now we've got third and a long way.
So you got to get to the 30. I'm confused why they didn't put the ball in the 25. Why they put the ball in the 20 on that kickoff. So now the ball's on the 16. They got to get to the 30. Now you got three receivers left. Same formation except to the other side.
Ball popped up in the air. I think there should be called an incomplete pass. Oh,
wow!
I'm not sure how that wasn't an incomplete
his arm was
pass.
His arm was definitely going forward.
Yeah, it was blocked. His arm was going forward. It was blocked up in the air. But they're going to call that a touchdown. So, not a good start here at all. That's an understatement of the day.
How many times do we play these guys?
We play them once more. We play them
at
later
home?
this year at home. It'll be a good test. So 20-0 here in the first quarter. Dolphins struggling to get things untracked on both sides of the ball. Now we're going to see this formation that I think we had seen last time.
We got 22 as the quarterback, yeah.
Yep. So he's been the running back they've been feeding the ball to. But he's going to get the in the quarterback position. Sort of a wildcat setup for them. Gets the snap, the handoff. A lot of room up the middle for the 2-point conversion. So we're going to go to 22-0 here in the first quarter. So, Tony, we might have to go into storytelling mode at some point. I was going to say, we had nearly 500 viewers for our last live stream last week against Clark. So I'm thinking, what do you think, Tony, in the 4:30 Wednesday slot? If I looked, I mean, I think that maybe puts us just ahead of Golden Girls and Beverly Hillbillies.
We got not the Beverly Hillbillies.
You don't think so?
We got 13 right now, so.
All right. Well, you know, we pick them up as they go. You know, so yeah, I was gonna say I think we're probably behind Rockford Files.
Oh, I love the Rockford.
Yeah, Files. I mean, you think about that. It's like on my best day, I'm not half the man that Jim Rockford is.
So I grew up on the East Coast, so it was always a big deal on Friday night if I got to stay up till 10 o'clock and watch.
We're playing to our audience right now.
Pretty much all the grandparents out there.
That Jim Rockford, I love him. All right, here's the kick, and they keep it on the ground.
It's a live ball.
Somebody better get on it, and Ben Barrett as the center gets on it. Actually, our guy Dalton Ferguson got lit up on that play, but Dalton's up and back to it. So Ben Barrett got it. At least we've got a little bit of field position here to work with.
So they're going to put the ball down on the 33.
Looks like we've got pretty much still the same lineup up front. Newman is going to take this under center, and they've got Mendez in the backfield as the fullback. Duenas behind him. The snap, handoff. Duenas trying to get upfield.
Yeah, just nowhere to go.
Actually, I think Mendez got that ball.
Lincoln Park is rushing 6 right now. They have four big defensive linemen and their 2 inside linebackers. And Whitney Young is just having problems blocking 6 with 5 right now. Not sure where Whitney Young's going there.
I think maybe, I'm guessing, end of first quarter.
Or was that a fumble?
Oh,
that was a turnover.
It was a turnover.
Wow, sorry, we missed that, but.
Oh, maybe that's, I saw Duenas without the ball, and I thought it went to Mendez, but I think that might have been a fumble. So we got 9 in the backfield, taking the snap inside, or jet sweep handoff. DeMille trying to hold up on the side. Perez comes over. Perez and Duenas clean up on the tackle.
Yeah, there wasn't even a signal from the official that time. It was just the switch. So
looked like they picked up about 8 on that play.
So how do these guys compare to Hope, Barry?
Well, I have to say this: it's top to bottom probably more athletic.
Yeah.
Hope had some monster guys, but I think the other thing is, they've got this is a full squad. They've got about 28 guys. So handoff again, 22. Oh, got cleaned up on a block over there. He's going to pick up the first down.
I will tell them their playbook, while effective, is somewhat limited at the moment.
Yep, it's just a matter of, can Whitney Young
up 22-0? You might want to try some other plays
with the wind behind you. Come on, guys, let's throw the ball.
This is the longest first quarter ever. It's JV games are 10-minute quarters. So I'm not really sure what's going on. We didn't put a clock on it. There we go. All right, if you're done talking about the weather, I'm going to talk about the surf.
No kidding.
We're on the west side of Lakeshore Drive, and you can see the waves, the foam of the waves crashing up over the rocks. All right, what's your end of the first quarter pep talk to your team down 22-0?
Well, we kind of go back to that theme of the coach speak. When do we employ the coach speak? Like just about executing the things that you learned in practice this week. I do think, I hate to say it, but it's like in some ways saying hi to Greg Phelps right here. What number is Andrew Phelps? 18. Okay, he's not 18 on Max Preps, but anyway, just getting some intel from one of the Lincoln parents here that I know well. Greg Phelps telling us that Andrew Phelps for Lincoln is number 18. So any Andrew Phelps fans out there, you'll see him running around. But I guess back to the point. I think you do have to just play Zen football, right? You got to just forget about the score, go out there and start executing plays. This is about we're not playing for a bid to the Rose Bowl today. We're playing to get better. We're playing to contribute to this program, and some of that's about rising up against some adversity, and then that's what we're facing right now. So, wind at our backs. Be nice to see again. Regardless, it's nice to have the wind behind you, but that doesn't make passing.
You got to block somebody.
Exactly, you got to block somebody. Then, just as far as the ball in the air, you've got to be able to execute that play.
I think there's been more Lions in the Whitney Young offensive backfield than there have been Dolphins.
So we've got Lincoln Park with the ball. The snap is over the quarterback's head. That could be fortuitous. We got Pat Billings on the ball.
There you go, the turnover that you needed. It's all the wind.
Yeah, that snap got up into the wind.
So the Dolphins will take over on their own 22.
All right. Breathe a little life into this program. I think see just those guys getting into the huddle. They're feeling a lot better with the wind behind them. How far, we should make sure we know where this ball is if they want to really air this thing out to somebody like DeMille. We'll watch what Lincoln Park's doing. Looks like they've got 22 in a deep zone, so it's not like Clark where they had everybody on the line of scrimmage. Newman in the shotgun, rolling to his right. He's got some room and some time. He's going to tuck it. You pushed out of bounds.
Oh, and there's a flag down, so
Yeah.
it's coming back. We're going to get holding on the Dolphins.
So we didn't have our bet on number of flags. We've got 2.
2 so far, right?
2 so far.
So that's going to put the ball, so it's a spot foul. That's going to put the ball on the, no, how about there, the 16?
Once in a while, I go all the way up to this top step, the 4th step, to see if I can see a little bit better.
What's the answer?
I don't know. All right, so Newman in the backfield. We got a new running back checking in. That's Louis Ortiz. Handoff to Ortiz.
Just no shot. There's the Dolphins running backs right now have no shot. They get the ball and they see 3 guys in blue in their face.
Yeah, so not a whole lot of room up front. And yeah, that is that's a big D line. I mean, probably the same as what their offensive line is, but 58, 74, 77. Yeah, I'll say it now. I mean, we'll probably be able to see some of those guys playing in the varsity game. That is the word on the street, that some of these guys are playing both ways. So again, now we've got 2nd and long after the holding penalty on 1st down in the short run. Louis Ortiz as the back behind Newman. Newman with the snap, corrals it. And there's a deep throw, and it's going to be picked off by number 22. Tackled by Tristan Merrill.
Yeah, so that ball was thrown up a little bit. There was 2 Dolphins and 3 Lions, and the Lions came away with it. So that ball is going to go down onto the 26-yard line. So no answers so far for the Dolphins.
Yeah, I think they went with a flood formation there. Just hoping they could get some numbers. Number 22 has
having a big day, huh?
Having a big day. A couple touchdowns. Now a pick.
Maybe they can get him a jersey next week that has all his numbers on it.
Yeah, he's earned it. So number 9 for Lincoln Park, the quarterback. 22 to his left. If history holds, he'll be running to his right, or the jet to number 7 here off to the left-hand side. Duenas holding up, and 29, Fran Lope. Is that Fran Lope?
Will Schetz, maybe?
Will Schetz, sorry, yep. Will Schetz, way to come up and make the tackle, Will. Good job.
Yeah, so that was the best defensive play so far for the Dolphins. Everybody held their block. They were able to string it out, and that was a pickup of, I'm going to go with none. Ball's back on the 26-yard line.
Yeah, so Duenas got out there, and like they were talking about last week, the gap discipline, so I think, again, probably look back on it. Barry Gordon held up well on the edge at the D-line. Duenas filled his position, and then Will Schetz was able to go in. I think Schetz is actually playing a corner over here with Solomon Bradley now as the deep. Well, there's another fumble.
So different formation that time. They ran a single back behind the quarterback. So it was a different type of handoff. And I'm not sure if 22 didn't get it or 9 just didn't put it in his belly, but now you're going to have 3rd and 15.
Yep. Jason Perez cleaning up on the end of that. But, yeah, I mean, that's impact all over the place. A little bit of wind, but then, like you said, Tony, I mean, a different formation than what they've seen. So I'm guessing they're probably going back to the bread and butter here.
Thinking the ball's going right?
I'm thinking it is. We'll see if Pat Billings maybe gets some pressure upfield. It's a long gainer, but eventually brought down by Chaz Green and Barry Gordon on the back of that.
So the difference on that was the Dolphins were able to set the edge and force 22 back up into the inside, where there was a lot more tacklers, where earlier in the game they were allowing him to get all the way to the sideline. So now you got about a 4th and
9, I think.
The ball was on the 26 to start, so they got to get it down to the 16.
We'll see if the Lions, I'm not thinking they're going to pass into this.
No, they're going to run to 22. There you go.
22. Good pursuit by Mendez.
We're looking for a signal.
Yeah, first down Dolphins.
There you go.
So stop them short.
Yeah, a lot better stretching that play all the way out to the sideline rather than letting 22 get the corner. So good adjustments by the Dolphin coaching staff and the players. Now, if they can, we have no clock, but if the Dolphins can get just a little bit of drive going, get a little bit of confidence, they get the ball to start the second half.
All right, I think, what do we have going on here?
Not enough players, too many players.
Yeah, well, I think Will Schatz is coming in. I don't see Newman right now.
Did we not realize that we were on offense?
I think that might have been it. All right.
Dolphin football. There's 12.
All right, so looks like the same starting lineup in there on offense. Newman at quarterback. Looks like we're going empty set here. Only an empty set because Louis Ortiz was late getting on the field. I'm guessing this isn't a run. Bad snap, but Newman corrals it. In and out of the hands of Brandon Dockett.
Hit Dockett in the face mask.
Yeah. Well, like you said last week, Tony, I mean, this as a receiver, given there's no time that Newman's getting in the backfield, you got to be on a hot route.
Well, and I mean that was a good pass. It was right on target, obviously. Dockett just has to get his hands up and squeeze it. Dolphins just need some sort of positive yardage.
Yeah. So we got 22-0, right? Do I have the score right?
I do believe so.
All right, 22-0 here in the second quarter. Dolphins have 2nd and 10 from their 18. Newman in the gun. Got a guy in motion. That's Dockett to his left. Long downfield pass. Incomplete. Just to the inside of Will DeMille. Good coverage by number 33.
Yeah, it's tough throwing with the wind. That ball goes further than you think it's going to go. So throw it again. What the heck?
Yeah, exactly. We got 3rd and 10.
I think you've had more Dolphins receivers get open when you bring 3 to one side. You force 22 out of the middle, and you have some options.
Yeah. Got to get some blocking on that offensive line, too. High snap. Nice throw. Just beyond the outstretched hands of Tristan Merrill.
But he has no time to step into the ball right now. He just he gets it. The snaps haven't been great, so he's got to corral the snap and then make sure there's not a defender in his face.
All right, they're going to bring on the punting unit here at 4th and 10. So Solomon Bradley, pad your stats, my friend.
How far do you think this is going?
Well, let's get the snap to him to start with. Let's see, what's he on?
Well, the ball's on the
17.
Yeah, the ball's on the 17.
Well, I'm going to go with you can crank a 40-yarder here. Come on, Solomon. DeMille in motion.
Oh, geez, good.
And a guy late on the field.
I mean, the Dolphins are having all kinds of problems today.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure if they're changing personnel or what, but this whole drive they had people late onto the field.
All right, so they're going to back it up 5 yards. It did give us a little intel. I think that one went to the Dolphin 45. So if you had the under on my bet of it being a 40-yard punt,
Yeah, so they're going to put the ball now on the 13 or 12. If it's possible, I think it's gotten windier.
I think so. We've got Ben Verrett as the long snapper. Solomon Bradley, punter. Number 7 is deep for Lincoln Park. Snap is high, but he corrals it. Nice kick. Yeah, and that's a live ball if somebody can get on it. DeMille wrestles number 7 down. Right in front of us. So, all things considered, flipping the field a little bit in favor of the Dolphins. So they're Lincoln Park's going to get the ball back just inside the 50-yard line.
So just the Lions coaching staff right in front of us. Looks like they're going heavy.
Yep, you're right. Number 8 back
bringing
in.
Big number 8 back into the game.
Yep, so still number 9 at quarterback. Number 22 is
on the sideline right here, yeah.
He's got some nice flow. Hand off to Enyes, getting some push in the backfield. Got up close and personal on that. Barry Gordon.
So
kicking him out of bounds. Good pursuit by Mendez as well.
Great example of what happens when you try and arm tackle somebody bigger than you. Because that play was blown up for a 5-yard loss.
You got a 2nd and 6 from the 45. Number 9 in the gun. Number 32 to his right. Hand off to 32 up the middle, met by Chaz Green and Jason Perez. Perez slams him to the ground. So that play lost about 4.
So 3rd down.
3rd and probably about 11.
Trying to figure out where the sticks are.
Our cones. Our cones are over there somewhere, but yeah, there. Chaz Green and Jason Perez all over that play. So
there they go. They got to get to the 39. So.
All right.
3rd
so
and 10.
Number 9 in the gun, gets the snap on the ground. He's falling on it.
You got to be careful with that. Damian Mendez will learn that a lot of times the CPS officials just like you to touch that player down. You don't need to fall on them. So I think Lincoln Park is taking a timeout.
Lincoln Park taking a timeout, and they're going to have 4th and long. So this is where the math comes in. I mean, I think you just go for it, right?
Oh yeah, I mean you're not punting. This is
right. And Dolphins haven't shown an ability to get the offense untracked yet. So I think you definitely go for it. And if you turn the ball over on downs, and Dolphins are still outside the Lion 40-yard line.
I mean, just because we are in the Lion bench, it looks like number 22 might be no. 22's on the sideline, 9's out of the game.
Are you thinking maybe they're playing the 6-quarter rule and?
No, nobody keeps track of that.
Okay, all right.
I'm just trying to figure out who's going to be the
running back on this play.
So 9's back in the game after taking a stroll down the sideline. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right, well, I'm going to start thinking positive here. Let's get a stop, a Dolphin stop. Get down there, drive for a score. We're somewhere in the 2nd quarter here, probably in the second half of the 2nd quarter. Get the ball out of halftime. So anyway, that's where I'm going to live for now.
All
Tony,
right,
what do you think?
I like living in your world.
Yeah.
Anybody else live there?
Just me and Jim Rockford.
No.
All right.
This can be our halftime conversation. James Garner Films.
All right, 4th down. The handoff goes to number 8, Barry Gordon there, as well as Jason Perez getting that stop. Dolphins going to get the ball back here.
So not sure what's changed for the Dolphins. It looks like the same offensive line for Lincoln Park, but all of a sudden the Dolphins are starting to get some penetration.
Yep, definitely. Barry Gordon, Perez, Chase Green, all getting upfield on that. All right, so we flip it back around. Newman in at quarterback. Louis Ortiz still in the backfield with him. We got Will DeMille on our side along with Brandon Dockett. On the far side, Ari Rohde and Tristan Merrill. Snap to Newman. He's back to pass. He's got some time. Oh, that went off the hands of Rohde into the hands of Merrill.
Somebody get an assist on that?
I think so. Newman hung in there, man, because he had protection, but then he had a blitz in his face. Delivered that thing off the hands of Rohde, but Merrill there fortuitously.
So I've noticed that a couple times, though, that the Dolphins have had two receivers in the same pattern or super close to each other. So not sure what's going on with the communication. Remember, it's only the third game. These kids don't get a lot of practice time other than scout team.
Newman with time. He's got an open receiver off of DeMille's hands.
So one thing DeMille will learn as he gets older, he's only a freshman, he's got to go up and snatch that ball. He kind of let the ball come into him, and he caught the ball over his helmet. If he got his hands in front of him, then 22 would not have had the opportunity to bat that ball away as it got to DeMille. So just little things that they'll learn as they get older, they get more practice, is go up and snatch that ball, meet that ball ahead of you.
All right, so Newman had time on that one as well. So we got 2nd and 10. Let's see if the Dolphins stay in their passing offense. There, he's going to get sacked right after I say that.
Well, you know, he gave a little pump fake. I'm not sure you have time to give the pump fake. I know you want your timeout, Dolphins. I know you want your receiver to get deep, but right now you have time for one read, and you got to let the ball fly.
Yep. So timeout here, we're thinking probably close to the end of the first half. You got the Dolphins trailing 22-0.
The other thing Lincoln Park is doing is they're putting their defensive ends way outside the tackles and having them stand up. So the tackles are having a real hard time getting out to a defensive end in a 2-point stance. So you would think that if the defensive ends are that far outside, that there's got to be an opportunity to then run the ball as the counter to that. I know you're down 22-0, but if they're just going to pin their ears back and come, I think in the second half, you need to take a look at running the ball again. So look where 74 is on the hash, all the way outside of the tackle.
Yeah, way outside.
He's a full body outside, and he's in a 2-point stance.
Yeah.
So 58 is going to have a hard time getting to him.
We got it. Will DeMille left early on that one, so.
Yeah, so Quinn back. It's not really on him. But you would think that if Coach Eddie's standing on the ground and he's got stuff, but excuse me, you can crash back down on the inside defensive player, and that'll open up that hole. You only have to get the linebacker number 8.
Dockett
and 8's blitzing anyway, so.
You got trips to the left-hand side, snap. They were all over Newman right out of it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Newman's down right now. I think he hit his arm on the defender that was coming in, holding his right arm. Comes over. He's going to get the play from Coach Eddie. This is a 4th down play. 4th and long. Yeah, there's just not any time, so tough to do much. I know they put in a bubble screen earlier this week. Be interesting to see if you could put a call like that in right now just to get the ball away.
I don't know if you have enough time to screen. I mean,
Yeah, well, now they're thinking the same thing. They got two running backs in the backfield. Handoff. Oh my God. Louis Ortiz got met 5 yards deep in the backfield on that one.
There's just no blocking going on right now. I mean, the Lions, these are the longest quarters.
Yeah. Well,
I'm going to the Cubs game tonight. We got to go.
Yeah. We have to talk to the referees. Well, you know this better than I do, Tony. Running clock, when does that kick in?
40, I think.
Oh, okay. All right, well, we're not going to cheer for that.
So 9 comes back out into the huddle.
Yeah, the best thing the Dolphins have going for them is some poor snaps on the Lincoln Park side. You had the one long pass, which is actually a deflection. A couple of those drives in there, at least they were getting the passes away. That last drive, that was a tough one, though. Not a whole lot of action. So got defense back on the field for the Dolphins. Tony's calling a run to the right, which is a run to the right. Jason Perez, come on now, guys, wrap it up. Perez had him, but 22 still on his feet. Finally brought down by Duenas. Yeah, Perez had him in the backfield.
Yeah.
But he just, 22 kept those legs churning. I think you might have a timeout. They heard you had Cubs tickets, Tony, and they were trying to spare you.
I think it's going to be a little chilly.
Yeah, I think I'd want to be.
The wind's out of the due north. So that means home runs to right field?
Yeah, they can. Well, yeah. It'll be like, as a left-handed golfer, if I was at Wrigley, I might even be able to hit one in the fairway. My slice, just push it right back in there. All right.
So it's the second timeout from Lincoln Park.
Number 9 in the gun. He's got 22 in front of him.
They're going to pass.
Push by Pat Billings. Get there, Pat. Duenas eventually with the tackle. Billings did a nice job getting upfield on that.
Last time out for Lincoln Park. I mean, to be honest, I think Tom Brady would have a little problem throwing into this wind.
All right, Lincoln Park takes their last timeout. We got a bag flying across. It's like, that's at the 40. It's at the 35, the 30. All right, here's the snap to number 9. Pass up in the air is going to fall incomplete. Solomon Bradley almost with a beat on that one. That thing just got killed in the wind.
So this will be third down.
I don't know. That might be the last pass we see of the day from Lincoln Park.
One more here.
Yep, and you're right. Tony's got it all set. When 22, we'll see. If he's in front of number 9 in the formation, that's going to be a pass.
Little high.
Yeah, it was an end over end pass.
So fourth down.
Quarterback's definitely having a challenge out here. Maybe was that maybe that was halftime right there. I think
that
that's
it?
half. That's half.
All right.
The officials checking their watches. All right, Tony. Well, let's chat a little bit about varsity football right now.
We've got coming off a big win over Westinghouse. If you were with us on the live stream, Tony and I were doing that. We lost sound through the first quarter, so then we just had to tell the story through the camera the rest of the way. In the rain. We had all sorts of elements to face on that, but a hard-fought win for the Dolphins. A good win, a big win for the program.
I think their best performance of the year so far. Still had a little problem early in the game running the ball, but found some rhythm in the second half when it dried out a little bit. Pat McHale had a good game passing the ball, and again, only one touchdown allowed by the defense, so only 2 on the year through 4 games. And it puts you in a really good spot. We've mentioned a couple times, 5 wins qualifies you for the state playoffs. 6 wins, you're automatically in. So the Dolphins are real good going into this week's homecoming game against Perspectives. But I think they can still get better.
Yeah.
Still had some special team flaws, and the blocking up front. We talk about the blocking today. There's 2 freshmen on the varsity offensive line that have played admirably. So, but the schedule only gets tougher. Next week you go to Phillips. Phillips is the premier program in the city of Chicago. That'll be a super tough one. It'll tell you where you are as a program. Then you come back against the varsity version of these Lincoln Park Lions in 3 weeks. So they have their challenges set out for them, but I think Coach Finger is going to be very pleased about what they've done through the first 4 games.
Yeah, it was interesting. Westinghouse, you said the run game didn't really get a tract. I thought Patrick McHale had a great game, found a bunch of different receivers. Got Anthony Hood. They got the ball back in Anthony's hands, which they actually didn't have an opportunity, struggled to the last couple weeks. Sam Wyatt with a huge touchdown catch, out of that tight end position.
May or may not have fallen down at the 1. I'm not going to say anything, but
we were looked good from where I was. Sam had a great game overall. Yeah, made some nice stops on defense as well. But also Alec Dale coming up with a nice catch at the end of the game. Will Carter had a catch. Josh Wildermuth on the board with a nice catch as well to keep a big drive going. So the ball really went to a lot of different guys throughout the day. Patrick McHale, again, all passing, but also picked up some big first downs with his feet. And he's a guy that either on design runs or just having a feel in the pocket, being able to, I'd say, almost knife his way through. He has a nose for that first down marker, and it was huge.
Right, they call it sneaky quick.
Yeah, it's sneaky quick. The word in the program is that he sold his soul to pick up that quickness.
Is that what it was? I can tell you didn't inherit it, that's for sure.
If some of you are wondering where all these references are, Tony McHale is my broadcast partner today, father of Patrick McHale, starting quarterback for the Whitney Young Dolphin Varsity. I'm the parent of Bennett Newman, the quarterback on this team. Bennett's taking a bunch of lumps today, but hopefully second half we'll see things.
Bennett might be asking for more handoffs in the second half.
Yeah, he might be. And yeah, well, let's see. It's not what we wanted to see in the first half, but putting some things out there. I think going back to that varsity game, we talked about offense, defense. Continues to stay solid. Getting some great contributions. I mentioned linebacking core, Alec Dale, Sam Wyatt. Frank Scotanis. We talked a little bit of the open last week. He was a guy in that lane game that was just all over the place. Was cramping up during the game, but it's like he doesn't come off the field, and has really given a lot to this program.
So I think Coach Finger's still looking for his best 11. He's moved some things around on the defensive line, moved some things around on the offensive line. But you're going to have a nice test this week. I think the challenge that we've had moving up and what we've done really well is you might not have great offensive line play, but you have athletes on our opposition who can make plays. And we've done a really nice job so far of making sure that there's not a ton of big plays. There's not those game-changing, field-flipping plays. You saw one in the Westinghouse game that resulted in a touchdown, but that was about it. In the Lane Tech game, there weren't any that I can recall off the top of my head. So if you can force high school teams to make 10, 11, 12 plays to score a touchdown, you're going to be in pretty good shape because the offenses just aren't that consistent. And I think we've been fortunate as an offense that we've had some longer drives that eat up some clock and keep the ball out of out of our opponent's hands.
Yeah, agreed. I don't know much about perspectives. You know, I know I don't know the transitive property. I think they lost to.
Well, they've lost to Kenwood and to Morgan Park.
Yeah.
Which are two of the better programs in the city this year.
Yeah, and I think the Kenwood game was like a 28-6 score or something like that.
Yeah. And I haven't seen it, but I heard it was a double reverse, triple flip, double Lindsay kind of trick play at the end of the game to score. So
okay, all right.
They didn't score against Morgan Park. They forfeited against St. Rita, which was probably a wise decision. So yeah, I think they're a primarily running team that you have to, like anything, set the edge, make sure that nobody gets outside, and you funnel some of their athletes back into the middle where you have 7 or 8 tacklers versus trying to tackle a 200-pound kid one-on-one with a 160-pound cornerback.
Yeah.
So it's homecoming. If you're out there listening, I'd get out there a little bit earlier because Whitney Young does bring as many students as they can and as many students as they want. But it's supposed to be a little nicer day.
Yeah, well, nicer than this. Whoa. I think that wind picked up again. I'm leaning into it right now. But yeah, Rockney Stadium, we got a 4:15 kick this Friday.
Still make your 8 o'clock dinner reservation, and you'll still be able to get there.
Got both teams stretching out, getting ready for the second half here shortly.
But it is a bit of the trap game, right? It's homecoming. You're 4-0. You're feeling pretty good about yourself, and you have the team that you want to go upset in 2 weeks, in 10 days now. Even a close game at Phillips would be a huge victory for this program and tell you how far they've come in the last 4 years. But you got to take care of business. You got to go out there Friday and not let perspectives think they have a chance. You got to put your foot down right away and not let them stay in the game like you did Lane Tech 2 weeks ago. It's actually getting cold out here too.
Yeah. It's this is the first day since.
Just think 4 weeks ago we were sweating. It was 95 degrees and.
Definitely a different type of game, different type of atmosphere.
So what do you think Coach Eddie tries to do here in the second half, Barry?
Well, I'm glad I'm not Coach Eddie.
Can't wait to hear your conversation with him next week.
Yeah. But again, I mean, I think you go back to the Zen football. I mean, you know what? 22-0. We are getting the ball. We're going to have the wind behind us.
It's interesting. If I were the Lions, I would have gone the other way. I would have taken the win right now when you're kicking off.
Yeah.
And pinned Whitney Young deep, which is still their option.
Yeah, they may. I think they're. Well, let's see.
They're looking for.
I thought they were flipping it. Oh, they're looking for the team.
They're looking for 11 players.
All right. So for the Dolphins, we've got Will DeMille, Brandon Dockett deep.
At this point, those guys can come in significantly from where they are.
They gotta, so they're bright kids, right? They're Whitney young kids. They got to realize that the ball ain't going that far.
DeMille's creeping up, but he should creep up another 15 yards.
I mean, this ball's got to be on the ground.
Yeah. All right, number 22 to kick off. Again, we got DeMille and Dockett deep. I'd put money on our up guys ending up with this ball. But nobody's, while I'm waving my arm, I don't think anybody on that Dolphin sideline is really tuned in right now to where our deep guys are. Come on up. All right, we're gonna get underway again. Lions of Lincoln Park leading 22-0 over the Dolphins of Whitney Young. Here is the kick. It goes to Fran Lope, gets on top of it like he should. Like they teach those Spanish foreign exchange students. Get on the ball.
All right, so Dolphins have the win. Didn't have much success in the passing game.
Didn't have much success in the running game. But let's see if they can get a little energy here. Let's see what set they come out in. So Duenas is back in the backfield. He had a nice game last week. See if we can get him on track. I think we got Mendez in the fullback slot. Newman under center. Lincoln Park stacking the line. Newman rolling out. He's got a receiver open. Just out of the hands of Mendez. So that was a nice looking play.
Yeah, I mean, so what Lincoln Park is doing is they're blitzing their two linebackers on every play, and the line just has to figure out who they're going to block. Because they're looking at four guys right now thinking, all right, we got 5 on 4, but they have to realize that 48 and 8 are coming on every play. Now 83, there's 48.
What do you think, Coach? You want to keep Newman on the run back there?
You have
to roll out.
I mean, you can't if he stands in one spot, he's going to get murdered. Here they come again.
And he's on his run to his right. Now there's a nice pass across the middle. Will DeMille to the 50, to the 45, brought down.
Big hit. So that's number 48. So a lot of quickness from 48 because he was blitzing on that play and then got all the way back to make the tackle.
All right, so this is what I think you do. You put that one in your pocket. You move on to the next play here. So we got first down from the 46.
But that's where it's open, right? If they're blitzing if they're blitzing their inside linebackers, so now they move 48 outside, so you got 83 and 8 inside. So they're leaving the middle open, so you have that intermediate pass before you get to 22.
Might add some motion, illegal motion. Going to back up the Dolphins 5 yards here. (22-0). Lincoln Park with the lead over Whitney Young. Again across the front for Whitney Young. Chase Green, Pat Billings, Ben Barrett, Jason Perez, and Quinn Beck.
Uh-oh. We could be having broadcast problems here, Barry.
All right. Newman in the shotgun. The snap. Ball knocked down. You want me to hang on to something?
I'll grab that in a second.
Oh, there it goes. I'll just hang on to it. We'll do our best right now. We're checking out some technical issues.
We could have it looks like we're having a little internet problem, so we could have some We just got some buffering, so please bear with us.
All right.
Now we got the connection back, so I'm not sure. That could have been from earlier.
All right. We might have lost you for a second, but you're back. We got Dolphins with the ball on the 50. Bennett Newman, snap to him.
Jeez.
Nice catch. Brandon Dockett on his feet, getting outside. First down.
Wow. Congratulations to him for going over the middle, because he was stretched all the way out on that play. But a great catch by Newman. That snap was off to his right. He was able to get it quick enough and get the ball out. And that wasn't a short throw. That was about a 15-yard throw. So puts the ball down on the 21-yard line.
All right, so first down. Completion from Newman to Dockett. Coach, you want to dial up a run here at some point with the Lions with their ears pinned back? Newman overthrows Merrill on the right side.
There's something else going on too, Barry. Even though the snap is floating back, but it also looks like it's late. Like the center's not hearing the cadence because everybody but he is moving, and I think that's giving the Lions a little bit of benefit. The other thing they could do is change the snap count.
Yeah, you know what? I had this conversation early in the week actually with Bennett about changing up the snap count.
Get under center and go on 2.
Yeah.
You'll start picking up 5 yards.
All right, so we're going to go one receiver to the right. That's Will DeMille. To the left, Rhodey, Dockett, and the tight end, Tristan Merrill. Duenas behind Newman.
Yeah, there's a center exchange problem right now. The snap is floating back, but it's also late.
Which, given the situation, we need every split second we can get. So what do we got here? Third and long.
10.
3rd and 10. Coach Eddie giving a play to Newman. Comes back in. $22-0 here in the 3rd quarter. We got DeMille and Dockett to the right. Merrill and Rhodey split wide to the left. DeMille was in motion as a snap over Newman's head. Duenas corrals it.
They're just out of sync right now, Barry. There's something going on that there's just a miscommunication.
I think that was going to be a jet sweep to DeMille.
Because that time the ball came before anybody else was ready to move. And the ball's going, I'm not sure what the center's doing. The ball's going straight up in the air. He's got to get it back to Newman.
All right,
I know you probably don't want to go under center, but
yeah, I mean,
with what's going on, that's your option right now is to.
Yeah, tough given the blitz that's coming constantly from the Lions. Here, you can just throw it up in the air. DeMille with the catch, and he's brought down. A flag at the end. We'll have to see what that is.
Is that a block in the back on Whitney Young?
Yeah, it didn't look like it would. Didn't look like a face mask. Yeah, they're waving the Lion offense on the field, I think.
Yeah, they're getting the ball.
They're waving off the flag.
No, we didn't mean it.
Whatever that happened to be. All right, so a little bit of a drive put together. A couple completions. So again, I'm back here looking for the good things. I'm a silver linings guy. We got the Dolphin defense on the field first time this quarter. So again, took up a bunch of clock there. Gave the defense, which has a few guys that don't play offense, gave them a little bit of a rest there. And we'll see. We'll see what Lincoln Park comes out here with. It does seem like number
22 is not in the game.
Your number.
So we got
number
9
8.
in the backfield, and we got
8.
the
big
bus, the mini bus in the backfield. He's going to get that handoff and has a burst, gets up the middle, eventually brought down by Solomon Bradley and Will DeMille. So that was a good burst by number 8.
So good vision by him. That play was designed to come out to his left, but he cut it. He cut it back. The camera keeps blowing over. He cut it back to the inside for the big gain.
Yeah. Lincoln Park, definitely again where they're not running off to the side to get a play. They're just getting back in the huddle, saying we're going to run right or we're going to run left.
Is this the run left or run right play?
I believe this is the run left play, right? Correct. Almost tackled by Gordon.
Oof.
That was a Will DeMille took.
Nice catch.
Took the punishment on that one.
I think as they get older, you'll learn to go for the leg.
Yeah.
Not
number 8.
Not stay up high on that guy.
He's
two big runs.
He's built solidly. All right, looks like DeMille is still in the game. He's flipping to the left side corner. We got Will Schetz coming over on this side.
Will Schetz looks like he's hurt a little bit. I'm not sure what. He looks like his right leg is.
He's limping a little bit. All right, number 9. So this is run
to the right.
Yep. Run to the right. Chase Green missed on the tackle. Mendez brings him down. So a couple arm tackles that he blew through. Mendez eventually tracked him down after, I think, a first down. Got to see where our cones are over on the other side.
That should have been a first down.
Yeah, I think so. Yep. So first down at the 32-yard line. Let's see, we're like Tony Romo here predicting these plays. So, so what do you think, Tony? Run right?
There you go, run right.
Run right.
There you go.
Pat Billings, bring him down. All right, so.
I mean, that's where you got to be screaming out the play. They run, I think, 4 different plays, right?
Yep.
Running back to left of quarterback, run right. Running back to the right of the quarterback, run left. The one fumble they had was when 22 was behind 9.
Yep.
And then they ran the passing play when 22 was in front of 9.
All right, 22 checking back in to the game. I think they saw enough of tackles in the backfield.
Here you go. So this was the running play, up the middle running play.
All right.
In the pistol.
Almost over his head, running up the middle. All right, bringing him down. Lorenzo Rivas in the game, number 21 on the end of that. Probably Jason Perez in there on the middle, as well as Pat Billings.
So 22 out, 11 in.
All right, and I think, what do we got? 3rd and 10, I think they're back. Is that the original line of scrimmage? I think they got to get to about the 22 for a first. What do we got here? Run
to the
left.
right. Or to the left, yeah.
Barry Gordon chasing from the backside, stringing out. Come on, Will Schetz. Solomon Bradley with the tackle. May have gotten the first down on that.
Just some bad tackling from the Dolphins today, because that was stopped in the backfield again.
Let's see if they move the chains. I think they are moving. They're going to move the cone.
Move those
They're going
cones.
to move those cones. All right, 22-0 here, 3rd quarter. Bad thing here is that they're eating up some clock when we had the wind behind us. Number 9 in the shotgun, 7 next to him. So what do we got here? Run to the left. Run to the left, met in the backfield, Pat Billings. Have yourself a day, Pat. And then help the guy up.
There you go. He's figured that one out.
All right, that was a loss of 6 on the play, I think. Pushes the ball back to the 28-yard line. All right, guys. I think our Whitney Young guys comparing
Got it
notes.
figured out.
All right, 9 in the shotgun, 7 to his right. Maybe a little trickeration here, or run to the left. Almost a sack. All right, Pat Billings.
He's got it figured out now.
I was going to say almost a fumble on the center quarterback exchange. Will Grieve at center for Lincoln Park.
So what do we got? Is this 4th down?
Yep, it is. Lincoln Park somehow lined up with their huddle on the wrong side of the ball. And just funny things that you see out here in a JV football game. So we've got 4th down. They've got to get to, think about the 12-yard line.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if they want to pass into the wind, or this is going to be a run to the right. That's a run to the right. They want to run around Pat Billings. Hey, there you go, Ari Rohde. Nicely done, Dolphins defense. Turning the ball over. Now they're saying that's 4th down. I think that was 4th down.
Timeout.
Timeout, Dolphins. They want a couple plays.
No, timeout, Lincoln Park.
Oh yeah, okay.
But
did I lose track on that? I thought we had.
They're treating it like this was 4th down.
So
Pat made 2.
Yeah. And Ari Rohde. So maybe that
3.
was. I was just getting fired up. You know how I am.
I know, you're always looking at the bright side of life. We could do Monty Python movies for next week's halftime.
Oh. Okay. No, but
so I don't know what you have in your bag for 4th and 28.
Yeah, 4th and 28 into the wind. Hey, I like this. This I didn't notice before. The Lincoln Park High School definitely have a female coach.
I think she's the head coach.
Is she the head coach? She was giving it to the guys there. Not happy about this possession.
Yeah, no, I mean, just based on who's calling the plays and things like that, I believe she's the head coach.
All right. Get a little instruction to.
You got to like it, though. She's up
Grieve, their
up
center.
22-0, and she's not happy.
All right, so
who do you got? 7.
Dolphins are
Toussaint in the backfield.
You got Solomon Bradley deep trying to spy on this. We got a snap going to 9. What do we got? Run to the left. Pat Billings with pressure and going to get stopped. Stopped short on 4th down. We got whoever made the tackle for the Dolphins is now that was Barry Gordon, but he's getting up. So good stop there for the Dolphin defense. 0-0 in the 3rd quarter. Unfortunately, the first half was a 22-0 advantage for the Lincoln Park Lions.
So we have to be getting close to the end of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, which so give Newman an extra second or two of time. They got a guy running on the field late. They're deep safety. Newman gets the snap, rolling to his right, buying some time. Trying to get it over to Ari Rohde. Nice play by number 48. I mean, that was a football play there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah, so Newman bought himself some time on the run where we saw him complete quite a few passes last week. And he had Ari Rohde dragging across and tried to drop it in between the 2 defenders. Number 48 made a play on the ball, knocking it away. But, you know, again, like to see those plays. You know, I mean, let's get out here and try to do
how it
that.
works, right?
Yep. We're going to have 2nd and 10 from the Dolphin 38.
Taking a long time in that huddle.
Duenas as the running back. Tristan Merrill, Ari Rhodey to Newman's right. He's waving Merrill back out a bit. The snap to him. Good protection. He steps up. He has some room to go. Corralled at about the 39. It's only a pickup of 1 there.
But it looked good.
He needs to find some of that Patrick McHale sneaky speed.
Yeah. I think they saw that at the target.
Really? Okay. Okay. Play back in for Newman. 3rd and 9.
Penalty. Quarter.
Quarter, so we're going to flip it around. Not far to walk. Just across midfield. We got, again, Lincoln Park Lions leading 22-0. Always positive, Barry Newman. Going to tell you that 3rd quarter looked and felt much better.
They did. I mean, defensively, they finally figured out what they needed to do to stop that outside run. Pat Billings made a couple big tackles. Even though there were a couple plays that went big, Dolphins still had penetration, just need to work on their tackling a little bit. But a much better, even the 2nd quarter. So really, if you throw out that 1st quarter, it's been a pretty even game. So I'm not sure if they came out and it was kind of they didn't expect the speed and strength of this Lincoln Park team, and it took them a little bit by surprise. Once they've adjusted, though, the 2nd and 3rd quarters have been fairly even.
Yeah. And one of those scores on sort of a dubious, incomplete pass that was ruled a fumble. I mean, they were way backed up at their end, so I'm not going to say that was going to turn around.
And then the interception led to a short field.
So we weren't very close to the action for most of the 1st quarter. That was on the wrong side of us. But again, thanks, Tony. Thanks for jumping on the positive train.
Dude, I'm here with you, brother. Come on.
And we do have to say thank you to Tony McHale. I mean, he's got the entire live streaming setup here. We did fire up a generator for today's game. We got the generator that was contributed, but then Tony's got a full setup of the soundboard, the laptop computer, the camera, the headsets, and again, he's the voice of the Dolphins. He's out here on a Wednesday afternoon, having us chase Rockford Files. How are we doing on our live stream attendance? Thousands of viewers.
At least 20.
All right. Hey, I wonder if any of those is Ellison Newman. We actually have Will Schetz in the game at quarterback. He's going to be running it. Tuck it away, Fumble. Will Schetz. Come on now. So Schetz in the game at quarterback. I think that was to do exactly that.
Little Wildcat?
Yep, run the ball. But Will, you need to tuck that in, man. Have those points of contact. So Lincoln Park comes up with the fumble. Dolphins go back on defense.
This game's taking as long as a varsity game almost.
What time is the first pitch for the Cubs game?
6:40, I think. We'll be fine.
All right, so we're going to see if we can do our powers of prediction again. Lincoln Park does have the wind behind them, so maybe they want to dial up something else. Got 9 in the shotgun, 7 to his left, which means a run to the right. And nice pursuit. Jason Perez with the pursuit, and I think Pat Billings came up on the end for the tackle, but there, good job, Jason Perez getting upfield. So yeah, that defensive line for the Dolphins they've really rallied to it in the second half. I mean, they've been Pat Billings getting good push, Barry Gordon good push, Jason Perez good push up front.
I'm going to say they're going to run left.
All right, so these are predictions. I don't know if you've all figured this out
Predictions
yet.
sure to go wrong.
Number 9 in the shotgun. He gets the snap.
Oh,
he makes
trickeration.
It. Yep. A stiff arm out to the side, but he is tackled by Fran Lope and Will Schetz. So there you go. They lulled us.
There you go, finally.
Here we thought we had it all figured out.
3 quarters in a play, they finally flip it around on us.
So was that a first down play? Can't see our cones over there.
I think it's a first down.
Call it 1st and 10 from the 32. Got number 11 in the backfield now for Lincoln Park. Lincoln Park again up 22-0 here in the 4th quarter, early in the 4th. Snap again.
There you go, great play.
Yeah, Ari Rohde strung it out. Then DeMille cleaned it up. DeMille and Jason Perez clean it up on the end.
And you could see he played that perfectly.
Yep.
Kept his outside shoulder free. Made sure that number 9 couldn't get outside of him. Forced him back inside where there was help to tackle. If that play had gotten outside, it would have gone for another 15 yards. So that you can see what they've learned already in this game, because in the first quarter, those weren't plays they were making.
All right, it's a 2nd and long. Lincoln Park getting deep into their 6-play playbook right now.
New running back, number 83.
So now I'm not confident calling the shots here, but probably a run to the left. And that's Barry Gordon blowing it up in the backfield. So last 2 plays, really well done by the Dolphins. Gonna bring up 3rd and long. Number 83 got his 1 carry, and now he's heading off the field. Third and long, we still got the surf breaking over Lakeshore Drive. My goodness. I didn't bring my life jacket along, Tony. All right, 9 in the backfield, running back to his right, which means run left. Big hold, but they didn't call it. 7 picking his way. Gordon hanging on, bringing him down. Gordon and Fran Lope. Here you got
Pat down.
Pat Billings down.
Cramping up a little bit.
Got a Lions guy that was gonna help him stretch the cramp out. So I think they're marking that just short of the first down, if our cones on the far side of the field are correct. So we might have a 4th and 1. We got Pat Billings down on the field. If you're just joining us, 22-0 Lions. They got those points early, all in the first quarter.
Yep.
All in the first quarter. Since then, it's been a slugfest. Maybe the Lions have landed a few more of those slugs than the Dolphins necessarily have. Pat Billings limping off. Hope he's going to be okay. He's been an anchor in the line, probably has 4 or 5 tackles for loss today. So in the 4th quarter, not sure who's, looks like Tristan Merrill going to check in on that D-line. All right, Tristan, here you go. 4th and 1, make a stop. And I think that's what it is.
No, I think it's
like
1st and 10.
Oh, do they have the other cone out there?
Yeah, it's down there.
Yeah, okay. Number 7 with the handoff, heading upfield.
personal foul on Lincoln Park.
All right, personal foul on Lincoln Park. Reed Favaro actually in on that tackle. We haven't seen a lot of Reed yet this year, but good to see him out there. Good to see him making a tackle. And that's going to back up the Lions. So replay of first down.
Early day for number 22. He's got his equipment off.
Yeah. The ball just started blowing and just rolling. All right, so number 9 on the backfield as the quarterback. We've seen him carry a couple times, mainly handing the ball off. 7 to his left. You got the jet sweep action. Oh, and it went right to him. Number 11 with a big gainer downfield. He may go in for a score.
Touchdown.
Yeah, touchdown.
You know it's your day when the quarterback blocks the ball into your hands.
Yeah. So that's going to make it 28-0. Lincoln Park leading over the Dolphins. But yeah, that was a high snap that had potential disaster written over it.
Just happened to hit number 9's hands and fall straight down to number 11.
Yeah. And he got the edge, and I think, at this point, Dolphins are getting some guys some playing time out there in the fourth quarter. They're going to line up for the 2-point conversion in the running back directly behind number 9.
Another high snap. Toussaint bounces it outside, but gets there.
Stretch the ball at the end. So we had Barry Gordon riding him, but he was able to stretch out the ball, making it a 30-0 game. All right, well, Dolphins going to get the ball back.
Into the wind.
Down 30-0.
So 22 already took his pads off, so I'm not sure who's going to kick.
All right, we had him as the kicker. Well, I think I could go out there and kick and maybe at least
get it in the end zone.
Yeah, at least to the 20.
If you get it in the air.
Yeah, this is crazy. I mean, it said 25-mile-an-hour winds, but I got to think that we're a click or two above that right now. All right, 30-0. Dolphins set to get the ball back here. Dockett and DeMille deep, way deep. Other kicks from the Lions head in this direction. Landed over close to the tennis courts. This one's going to be returnable by DeMille. Picks it up, heads north and south. Nice tackle by number 48. We've called his number a few times today. He's kind of fired up. All right, we'll see what the Dolphins do.
Oh, Dalton's out there.
Dalton Ferguson on the field in the slot. I think we got to have Will Schetz under center. Yep, so Will Schetz coming out at quarterback. Dalton Ferguson in the game, number 80. Still got Will DeMille out there at receiver. Looks like the line is the same. Ben Barrett at center. Jason Perez, Chase Green. Actually, we'll have somebody else in there to try to pick up who is in there in place of Pat Billings. But Schetz had a run on the last possession, and he had a gainer on and then ended up fumbling. He's going to roll out to his left, tucks it after faking a throw. Well, sort of tucks it. And he's going to get a flag on the end for a hit out of bounds.
Yeah, I'm not sure he had any receivers, but he pump faked.
Yeah.
And we got a 15-yard late hit.
You're going to talk about a head coach. He's in the face of number 43. for his hit out of bounds.
Right. And it really wasn't even that bad.
So
I think it was
Schetz showed some athleticism there, and we know that he has that.
Just more running into him than anything else.
Yeah. So Dalton Ferguson in the game, number 80 in the slot. Tristan Merrill at tight end. Duenas is the running back behind Schetz. Schetz with the snap. He's looking to throw. Now he's looking to run, which he should do. Oh, nice completion to Will DeMille. All right. Cross midfield to the 45. Schetz did a great job of getting outside the pocket, buying some time, finding DeMille. So Schetz given a little more mobility back there, which again we've talked about the pressure that the Dolphins quarterbacks have been under all day.
And it's still pretty much at least 2 or 3 of the starting defensive linemen. Number 8 still in there. He's a starting linebacker. So this is still a first-team Lions defense.
Yep. Solomon Bradley and out to our left. Schetz, nice pass. Connects with DeMille. So Schetz got that thing out in a hurry. Into the wind, made a nice pass.
He needed to because there were several Whitney Young offensive linemen laying at his feet.
Yeah, that was the center, Ben Barrett, that I think got walked right back into him. But Schetz got the ball away. You got a
first and 10?
First and 10, I guess. So I'm trying to look for my cones. Yep, first and 10 from the 36. Dolphins putting together a drive. Got Schetz in the backfield at quarterback. Duenas to his left.
Oh.
Bad snap. Get on it, Will.
So that was the same problem that Newman was having. He called for the ball and the ball didn't come.
Yeah.
And then it was far off to his right.
Yeah, and it got up into the wind, so we're all pushed all the way back to the 50 on that. So second down. First down is all the way up at the 26-yard line. So you've got second and about 24, if that's correct. Schetz at quarterback. Gets the snap, high snap, corrals it, heading to his right, lofts it up, out of bounds. I think that was just a get rid of it kind of ball. So now we got a third and long.
Yeah, nobody was open on that right-hand side. And he was under a fair amount of pressure, so just threw the ball away.
Yep. So 30-0 here.
Got to get to the 26-yard line.
Schetz gets a play, comes back in. He's going to have Duenas as his running back. Dalton Ferguson still in the game in the slot. Solomon Bradley, number 83. Will DeMille, number 10. And Barry Gordon, actually Barry Gordon in the game at tight end. Snap to Schetz. He's looking to, I thought he was looking to run all the way, but he was actually looking to pass. And there's a nice completion to Solomon Bradley, back to the 40. Pick up a 5 on that.
So fourth down and
a long way.
lot. 19.
Dolphins, the success, I mean, well, I haven't been writing down completions. I mean, they have made completions today. I would guess that just about all of them have been on the run, you know, rolling to their right.
Yeah, well, anytime Newman stayed in the pocket, he was fearing for his life. So the best thing to do is roll the pocket and get outside of some of that pressure.
Yep. All right, we've got Dalton Ferguson off to the left in the slot. Schetz with the snap. He's got a little bit of time. He's going to wing it up deep. into the wind, falls incomplete.
I think whoever was the receiver on that side was a little bit premature. And
a little too deep on a route into the 25.
Well, he also left the line. He also left the line
okay,
early. So,
okay. All
so,
right, so
fourth down.
Fourth and a long way here. Fourth and a long way. We got to be late in the fourth quarter right now. Dolphins trailing 30-0. If you're joining us late, the Lions got 22 points in the first quarter. Played with a short field most of that quarter. Then scoreless second and third quarter. And then put on a touchdown and two-point conversion here in the fourth quarter. So fourth and long, Schetz under center. Takes the snap, fake handoff, roll into the right. Pass downfield,
Short.
Incomplete for Solomon Bradley.
And I think he was a little bit across the line of scrimmage too. But
I think he was, yeah. But he stayed clean.
He did.
Stayed clean on it.
All right, what are we doing here?
So that was turning the ball over on downs. The Lions coming back out.
These are the longest quarters in a. These are sort of feeling long for a varsity game, much less.
Yeah. I think we might be. They're sure if there's a clock on the field or it's an hourglass.
The line or the back judge is keeping. I've seen him go to his watch a couple times, but
clearly not somebody with Cubs tickets tonight.
Nope. Are they just going to take it? He's taking a knee. Is that
bit of a victory formation here?
I mean, if we're doing that, why even do it?
Tony, we run things by the rules here.
Yeah, we do.
Come on now.
All right, what do you think?
Don't cheat our fans.
Who we got next week?
Next week, I believe we have Clark. I was trying to confirm the thing. So what we have left on our schedule on the JV side of things is another game against these Lincoln Park Lions. We have a game against Westinghouse. We have a game against Clark.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure of the order of things. The word is that that 4:30 Wednesday slot is something that we will likely have.
Is ours.
I think we've got a game on the road at Clark. I don't know, would that be Rockney Stadium? Is that there?
No, well, JV game, they actually have a, there's a field over there on Central north of the Expressway that I think they play on for their JV games.
All right.
And then Westinghouse has their own field.
Okay, I think Westinghouse is going to be a game at Whitney, and then we have Lincoln Park coming to Whitney as well. So that's the end of today's game. Again, 30-0 win for the Lincoln Park Lions over the Whitney Young Dolphins. Thank you all for joining us. Thanks to Tony for coming out here today.
Friday, 4 o'clock.
Friday, 4 o'clock. So let's look forward to that homecoming game. Whitney Young Dolphins against Perspectives. Whitney Young Varsity at 4-0 right now, looking to go 5-0 and keep things moving on that side. We'll hope to see you either in person at Rockney Stadium. Again, get there early if you can, as we have all of the students coming out from Whitney. So we're looking for a rocking house on a homecoming night. And we'll get back on the field, strapping on for that. Thanks again for joining us today, and we'll see you again soon. Drive home safely.